So this is an Abbey Spectrum 215. I'm just going to take you around the van and show you how it operates. Front of the van, the hitch up procedure we'll go through here on site in person, and we'll demonstrate how to hook it up to the car and what the leads do, etc. on the front. Front locker, you've got your gas regulator on your bulkhead. We do have the propane hoses available separately if you decide to buy one. They're £15 each. Front locker, you've got two gas bottle tie downs, and on the side of that regulator, sorry I should have said, we've got a yellow valve there which allows the gas to be shut off past the gas regulator. Coming down this side of the van, you've got your water pump connection, so your water pump will connect into the side of the van. Pull the blue trigger back and push it into the side of the van, and pull the blue trigger back and pull away from the van to release. You've then got your aqua roll, so the aqua roll holds the water for the van, and you drop that pump end, this end here, into the aqua roll itself. Just down there, that circle you see is the hole for winding down the stabilising legs for the caravan. They are only there to stabilise the caravan and not lift the caravan. It could potentially damage the floor if you ever lifted the van with them. You've got your heating flue, or heating exhaust for the side of the caravan, heating hot water exhaust. So you need to remove this white cover before you ever ignite anything heating or hot water wise on gas. Then you've got your mains lead coming into the side of the caravan, as you can see. And you've got your 110 amp or a leisure battery in the side to power the motor mover itself. We'll demonstrate the motor mover at the end of this handover video. Then got your fridge vents on the side of the caravan. So the fridge vents are there to allow the hot air out the back of the fridge unit, and also behind one of those there is a gas flue to allow any gas exhaust essentially for the fridge system that allows heat out the side of the units also. You've then got your two grey waste pipes at the side of the van, so you put your grey waste pipes in the holes around the edge there, the bigger circles, and then you drop them down into the waste master for the caravan. So it's the fresh water that goes in the front of the van, comes out the side here and straight into a waste master. On the back of the van you have your toilet waste cassette, which takes 3.5 litres, toilet flush tank, sorry, it takes 3.5 litres of water and a cap full of the pink fluid. So as I said, 3.5 litres in the flush tank on top and a cap full of the pink fluid. At the bottom, you've got your toilet waste cassette, which you release by pulling up the orange handle and pulling the cassette towards you. You've got an orange neck here that pulls out to allow the waste to tip away. And on the back of this cassette, you've got an orange pressure relief button, so when you're tipping the waste away, it doesn't spit and splatter back at you. Before you use the cassette, you'll need to put in 1 litre of water and a cap full of the blue fluid. On the back of the van, on either side, you've got your wind down legs to stabilise the caravan, and we advise that you have all 4 legs down, as I said, at the front before using the caravan, but never lifting the van with those. Going down the door side of the caravan, you've got your storage locker for underneath the front seating area and a barbecue gas point at the front with your other wind down leg on this side also. We're going to go inside the van now and demonstrate how the inside of it works. On the inside of the van, above the door, you've got your main power switch to turn the power on. You've got your voltage for the battery on board the van just here, which will tell you what battery voltage you've got, and also you'll need to turn this on before the 12 volt systems will kick in on board the caravan. Then got your lighting, so you've got internal lighting and external lighting. And you've got your clock set here in the centre, which I advise you read the manual for, because if I'm honest, I can never remember how to do it over the video. And then you've got some options as you go through here, or the arrows here to go through your options when you're in the menu itself. To fill the water system on board the caravan, the first thing you're going to do is come underneath the seat on the far side of the caravan. And in the back corner, you may just be able to see it, there's a yellow valve towards the left-hand side of the screen. That yellow valve is a drain-down valve for the water system. To fill the water system up, you need to make sure that valve is parallel with the floor before you attempt to fill it. If you turn the water pump on with that valve open and in the upright position, all the water will actually drain out the water system straight back onto the floor. So you put that valve parallel with the floor, as I said. You'd come to the tap, and open them all up on the hot side of the water system. As you can see, we've already done that. You'd open all the taps up on the hot side before turning on the water pumps. That's the one on the sink in the bathroom and the shower also. At that point, you can come to the control panel by the door, and you can turn the water pump on so the green light is illuminated and the water system will start filling. When the water system is full, you'll have water coming out of each tap continuously, and once you've got water coming out of each tap continuously, you can shut each tap down and start thinking about warming the water on board the caravan. To warm the water on board this particular van, you've got two ways of doing it. You've got gas and electric. First of all, I'm going to take you through the gas option just behind me on the cabinet, just above the heater itself. So the dial that you see here on the screen is your ultra store, as you can see, or water store gas control for the hot water. To ignite it, you'll simply get the grey dial on the outside, spin the dial around to the flame symbol, as you see here on this side, and when it has ignited on gas, you'll get a green light appear on the right hand side. That green light is your pilot light. However, if it failed to ignite, you get a red light appear, as you can see just here above my finger, and that red light indicates to me that there's no gas on board the van, or the gas isn't turned on. When it does ignite though, you can control the water temperature on gas between 30 and 70 degrees of water temperature. I would advise also, if you're using the electric water heating for showering on board the caravan, that you do actually boost it with the gas system and put it up to the 70 degrees, then control the temperature down once you know how hot the water is. Control it down with either the mixer taps or by knocking down the temperature on the dial just here to a more relevant temperature. To turn the gas supply back off to the water heater, you very simply turn the dial back to the 0 position, and like I said, that will be the water heating turned off. To operate the water heater on electric, in the cupboard straight in front of the door where the table is, you've got control panel in here with your master trip switches above the top. You've got your space heater power switch, which you need to have turned on to make the heating work, and you'd also need to turn on the water heater if you wanted to use that on electric. Just here, you've got an on-off switch for the battery charger. If that battery charger is turned off, none of the 12-volt supply inside the caravan will work or charge when connected to mains power. So again, we advise at all times you leave this switched on. So talking of the heating on board the caravan, we're going to show you that next. And again, above the water switch dial, you've got an ultra heat switch. Now that ultra heat switch is for the electric heating on board the caravan. Down the side, you'll see you've got 500, 1000 and 2000. What that relates to is 500, 1000 and 2000 watts of power. So here on site, for instance, we can run our heating systems on 500 watts of power. And when it comes on, you'll have a green light appear in the back here, and you can control the temperature of the heater on electric on this dial on the front. If you're on a site with more power, obviously you can select the 1000 or 2000 watts as needed. But that is as simple as it is to turn on the electric heating. On the actual heater itself, you've got two dials on top. You've first got this one here, which is the blown air heating switch. The dot in the centre here indicates that the heat is going to come straight out the front of the heater. The wave symbol here on the left hand side is going to indicate that we're running continuous blown air heating. And the A on the opposite side is ambient temperature, which essentially cuts in and out with the thermostat on board the van. So depending on what you've got that dial set up to on the wall just there, will depend when the heating, the blown air heating kicks in, if you've got it on the A on the right hand side. You've got your fan speed on top if you want to change the fan speed between 1 and 5. If you wanted to use the heater on gas, you can also do that, and you've got a dial here for that, a bit similar to what you've got on your barbecue. You'd spin the dial round to between 10 and 9, hold down the gas valve, and when it does ignite on gas, in that window down the front, around a 45-degree angle from the floor, you'll actually see a pilot light appear. And when that pilot light appears, you'll hold down the gas valve for a further 5 to 10 seconds, then slowly release the valve. If you want to turn off the gas heating, you'll turn it back past the 0, and you'll notice the igniter turns off also, because it's an automatic igniter, and then the gas supply will be stopped. To operate the fridge, you've got your power button down the bottom here to turn it on and off. You've got the control on the left hand side here to operate the power supply you want to use for the heater. So at the moment, as you can see, we're on mains power, and you can control the temperature of the fridge on the button on the right hand side. If you want to go to 12-volt battery for when you're towing down the road, you can do that by going over to the 12-volt battery symbol, and that will allow you to operate the fridge from the car's 12 volts of power supply and not the caravan's 12-volt power supply. So essentially you'd only operate that as a call box while you're travelling down the road. Press the button again and it will take me over to the gas option. Now it self-ignites on gas, and the blue light here is a pilot light for the fridge system. If that ever failed to ignite, it would actually start flashing, and there'd also be a warning code on the right hand side above the temperature which has a 9 and a spanner symbol. That just simply means there's no gas going to the fridge unit, and it could mean that you need to purge the gas on the hob itself, or potentially the gas is turned off. And you just need to turn it on. As you can see now, because there's no gas on the van, it has actually come up with an error code 9. To turn the fridge off, press and hold the power button and the fridge will go off. Cooker and the microwave works very much the same as your household appliances, no difference at all there. Going into the bathroom for the caravan, the toilet system, the last part we're going to do on the inside. The toilet has an electric flush on top, just here. It has a full indicator light here also, so the little dot there will illuminate red when the toilet cassette is full and you need to empty it. And the grey waste flap here at the bottom allows the waste to go into the toilet cassette, so when it's in the position it's in now, it opens that flap up so the toilet waste can go down the toilet. As you can see, that black flap in the centre, when it's closed, also allows for you to remove the toilet cassette due to the fact that flap is closed up and no waste can come out of there as you remove it. The next part of the demonstration is going to be the motor move demonstration on the outside of the van. But this is the last time you'll hear from me, apart from the demonstration of the video. The motor move, sorry. So thank you for watching. Please continue watching after this, so for the motor move demonstration. But if you have any further problems, please do give us a call here at the Caravan Company, or further questions, should I say. And we hope you enjoy the caravan. Thank you very much indeed. Bye-bye. So as you can see, we're back on the outside of the caravan now, and we're going to demonstrate the motor mover to you. So first of all, you'd come in this locker, the battery locker, and you'll notice there's a red power key in there. That red power key will slot into place, and you'll turn it 90 degrees to turn the power on for the mover. At that point, you can turn the controller on with the 2 green buttons by pressing and holding them at the same time, and a green light will appear at the bottom of the control. Once you've done that, you'll need to engage the mover against the wheel. So in the centre here, you've got a button on with a wheel, and down the left hand side of the bottom of the controller you'll see there's a green arrow next to a wheel also. So you'll simply press and hold both of those at the same time, and then the mover will start engaging against the wheel.